Hello everyone, Kit here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be continue reading the Constitution of the State of Washington. So yeah, we're going to get right into it. Also, I have a link down in the description below for our PayPal. You can donate to us for private consultations. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's just get right into it. Article XII. Corporations other than municipalities. Section 1. Corporations how formed. Corporations may be formed under general laws, but shall not be created by special acts. All laws relating to corporations may be altered, amended, or repealed by this legislature at any time, and all corporations doing business in this state may, as such businesses, be regulated, limited, or restrained by law. Section 2. Existing charters. All existing charters, franchises, or special exclusive privileges under which an actual and bona fide organization shall not have taken place, and businesses been commenced in good faith at the time of the adoption of the Constitution shall thereafter have no validity. Section 3. Existing charters not to be extended, nor forfeiture remitted. This legislature shall not extend any franchise or charter, nor remit the forfeiture of any franchise or charter of any corporation not existing, or which shall hereafter exist under the laws of the state. Section 4. Liability of stockholders. Each stockholder in all incorporated companies except corporations organized for banking insurance purposes shall be liable for the debts of the corporation to the amount of this unpaid stock and no more, and one or more of the stockholders may be joined as parties definite in suits to recover upon this liability. Section 5. Term corporation defined. Right to sue and to be sued. The term corporations, as used in this article, shall be constructed to include all associations and joint stock companies having any powers or privileges of corporations not possessed by individuals or partnerships, and all corporations shall have the right to sue and shall be subject to be sued in all courts, in like cases as natural persons. Section 6. Limitations upon issuance of stock. Corporations shall not issue stock except to bona fide subscribers therefor, nor shall any law authorize the increase of stock without the consent of the person or persons holding the larger amount in value of the stock, nor without the due notice of the proposed increase having been previously given in such manner as may be prescribed by law. All fictitious increase of stock or inhabitants shall be void. Section 7. Foreign corporations. No corporation organized outside the limits of the state shall be allowed to transact business within this state on more favorable conditions than are prescribed by law to similar corporations organized under the laws of the state. Section 8. Alienation of franchise not to release liabilities. No corporation shall lease or alienate any franchise so as to relieve the franchise or property held thereunder from the liabilities of the lessor, grantor, lessee, or grantee contracted or incurred in this operation, use or enjoyment of such franchise or any of its privileges. Section 9. State to not loan its credit or subscribe for stock. The state shall not in any manner loan its credit, nor shall it subscribe to or be interested in the stock of any company, association, or corporation. Section 10. Eminent domain affecting. The exercise of the right to eminent domain shall never be abridged or constructed as to prevent the legislature from taking the property and franchises of incorporated companies and subjecting them to public use the same as property of individuals. Section 7. Stockholder liability. No corporation, association, or individual shall issue or put in circulation as money anything but the lawful money of the United States. Each stockholder of any banking or insurance corporation or joint stock association shall be individually and personally liable, equally and ratably, and not one for another, and all contacts, debts, and engagement of such corporation or association occurring while they remain such stockholders, to the extent of the amount of their stock therein at the par value thereof, in addition to the amount invested in such shares. The legislature may provide that stockholders of banking corporations organized under the laws of the state, which shall provide and furnish, either through membership in the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or throughout membership in any other instrumentally of the government of the United States, insurance or security for the payment of the debts and obligations of such banking corporation equivalent to that required by the laws of the United States to be furnished and provided by national banking associations, shall be relieved from its liability for the debts and obligations of such banking corporations to the same extent that the stockholders of national banking associations are relieved from liability for the debts and obligations of such national banking associations under the laws of the United States. Article 12, Section 11. Prohibition against insurance of money and liability, stockholders, and banks. No corporation, association put in circulation as money anything but the lawful money of the United States. Oh no, I read this part already. Section 12. Reviving deposits by bank after insolvency. Any president, director, manager, cashier, or other officer of any banking institution who shall receive or assent the reception of his deposits after he shall have knowledge of the fact that such banking institution is insolvent or in falling circumstances shall be individually responsible for such deposits so received. Section 13. Common carriers regulation of. All railroad, canal, and other transportation companies are declared to be common carriers and subject to legislative control. Any association or corporation organized for the purpose under the laws of the state shall have the right to connect at any state line with the railroads of any other states. If every railroad company shall have the right with its road, whether the same can now be constructed or may hereafter be constructed, to intersect, cross, or connect with any other railroad. And when such railroads are of the same or similar gauge, they shall, at all crossings and at all points where a railroad shall begin or terminate at or near any other railroad, form proper connections that the cars of any such railroad companies may be speedily transferred from one railroad to another. All railroad companies shall receive and transport each the other's passengers, tonnage, and cars without delay or discrimination. Section 14. Prohibition against combatants by carriers. Article 12, Section 14. I read this part already. Section 15. Prohibition against discriminating charges. No discrimination in charges or facilities for transportation shall be made in any railroad or transportation company between places or persons, or in the facilities for the transportation of the same classes of freight or passengers within this state, or coming from or going to any other state. Persons and property transported over railroad or by any other transportation company or individual shall be delivered at any station, landing, or port at charges not exceeding the charges for the transportation of persons and property of the same class in the same direction to any more distant station, port, or landing. Exclusion and communication tickets may be issued at special rates. Section 16. Prohibition against consolidating of competing lines. No railroad corporation shall consolidate its stock, property, or franchises with any other railroad corporation owning a competitive line. Section 17. Rolling stock personality for purpose of taxation. The rolling stock and other movable property belonging to any railroad company or corporation in the state shall be considered personal property and shall be liable to taxation and to no execution and sale in the same number as personal property of individuals, and such property shall not be exempt from execution and sale. Section 18. Rates for transportation. The legislature may pass laws establishing reasonable rates of charges for the transportation of passengers and freight, and to correct abuses and prevent discrimination and extortion in the rates of freight and passenger tariffs on the different railroads and other common carriers in the state, and shall enforce such laws by adequate penalties. A railroad and transportation commission may be established, and its powers and duties fully defined by law. Section 20. Prohibition against free transportation for public officers. No railroad or other transportation company shall grant free passes or sell tickets or passes at a discount, other than as to sold to the public generally, to any member of the legislature, or to any person holding any public office within the state. The legislature shall pass laws to carry this provision into effect. This last part I'm going to read a bit too long. Section 21. Express companies. Railroad companies, now or hereafter, organized or doing business in the state, shall allow all express companies organized or doing business in the state transportation over all lines of railroad owned or operated by such railroad companies upon equal terms with any other express company, and no railroad corporation organized or doing business in this state shall allow any express corporation or company any facilities, privileges, or rates for transportation of men or materials or property carried by them, or for doing the businesses of such express companies not allowed to all express companies. Section 22. Monopolies and trusts. Monopolies and trusts shall never be allowed into this state, and no incorporated money, partnership, or association of persons in the state shall directly or indirectly combine or to make any contact with any other incorporated company, foreign or domestic, through their stockholders, or the trustees of assignees of such stockholders, or of any corporation or association of persons, or in any manner wherever of the purposes for fixing the price or limiting the production or regulating the transportation of any product or commodity. The legislature shall pass laws for the enforcement of this section by adequate penalties, and in case of incorporated companies, if necessary for that purpose, may declare a forfeiture of their franchises. Alright guys, I'm ended off here. I'll see you guys next video. Remember, our PayPal is on the description if you want to donate to us for private consultations. I'll leave a link down in the description below, along with the link to this document if you guys want to read it yourself. It's very important. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.